Real boxing knowledge too. This is RBK. RBK Nation, we got some huge developments. Keith Thurman versus Barrios is set to be a title eliminator for the WBC title. And we're going to chop that up. Basically, that is a huge development. And it changes the whole dynamic. And it kind of leaves your boy Terence Crawford out there floating around in the wind. So let's talk about it. All right, I want y'all to check this out. This is going to be a huge, huge, huge sea change, if you will, in the grand scheme of things as it relates to the 147-pound division. I want you guys to understand very clearly that one way or the other, we're in for a blockbuster scenario coming up here in this summer of 2022. Errol Spence currently holds the WBC and the IBF championship. Ugas has the WBA. And when they face off, whoever the winner is going to have all three of those belts. And is going to be the, Keith Thurman will be the mandatory challenger to face whoever ends up winning the Ugas Spence fight. So we're anticipating Errol Spence winning. Okay. So if Spence wins, we're looking at what, September? A huge unification match with Keith Thurman as the mandatory, and the winner of that probably getting Crawford. So Crawford is basically trying to tread water and not fight anybody until he sees all of that go down. And, you know, those are going to be tough fights. And there is a formula here that we're watching with Crawford. He seems to want to fight when somebody has already come off a really tough bout with somebody, you know, with another title holder or whatever. And then he wants to swoop in and maybe pick up the damaged goods like he's a world beater. It is what it is, though, folks. There ain't really much we can do about it. We can't seem to get Crawford in the ring with nobody else. So we're looking at a Keith Thurman showdown with Errol Spence, Errol the True Spence. All right. So what do you guys think about this development? Are we in for a big sea change type deal? And, you know, who knows? Ugas might knock the fire out of Spence and Keith Thurman comes up and plays cleanup. That would be, that's not likely, but that would be a real situation right there. All right, so I want y'all to listen to Keith break this down real quick.
So there's a small possibility of being on the books. So if it hasn't been fully announced, this is my way of announcing it. They've been coming at me. If they want to stop checking my weight, you know, if they're going to do something else, they're going to do something else. But everything in boxing is done for a reason. And I know that the only reason why the WBC can request such a thing weeks prior to a fight, where's your weight, champ, is because this fight will be a 12-round title eliminator for the WBC. So whomever holds the WBC title later this year is most likely who Keith Thurman will be fighting. And I look forward to that challenge. I look forward to that opportunity. And then after that, we can talk about other champions. Like,
all right, so there it is. It's the setup. It's coming together. It's not what we expected. You know, we like to see action. We want to see people who actually deserve, you know, we want their career and their fight resume to have real names on it. real accomplishments, no easy work. So all of that said, who do y'all see pulling it all together? Is Errol Spence ultimately going to become the undisputed champion, or will there be dithering around for a undisputed fight? You know, later this summer, we just can't get the fight made because word is Spence is not hanging around, dancing around, prancing around, waiting, you know, for, you know, I don't know, politics or something to come together. He's going to go ahead and move up to 154 if he's successful versus Ugas. He might not even hang around at that point, not even for Keith Thurman, because I don't think he's interested in fighting Keith Thurman. He called Keith Thurman out for years while Thurman was in his prime, and so was Spence. So, you know, he might just go ahead and go up to 154, and we could see Jermell moving up after he hits undisputed. We could see him moving up to 160. And that's going to mess up a lot of people's plans because that leaves Jamal up at 168. And I would imagine that if Canelo goes ahead and fights Jamal Charlo May 7th, as it's reported that he will, you know, that's really that'll have two Charlos, one at 168, one at 160, and Spence waiting at 154. That's, you know, Texas has boxing on lock pretty much. You know, will Canelo try to campaign at 175? He probably can, which is amazing, but he probably can. You know, I don't know, you know, they're talking about Canelo Bivol at 175 if the Charlo fight didn't come together. But that's a 2-fight deal that we mentioned in a previous video. You know, Triple G, Eddie Hearn wants to give Triple G and Bivol that 2-fight package for Canelo. That's at 175. So Canelo has somewhere to go. Bivol ain't no walk in the park. I mean, one thing we've never seen is Dimitri Bivol laying on the ropes, letting somebody hit him. If he does that, man, I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna be hopping mad, but you know the fix is in, because this is something this kid has never done in his life. If anything, he's a mobile light heavyweight. He knows how to move, and so he ain't gonna get cement in his shoes and just be laying on the ropes. Same thing with Jamal Charlo. Charlo ain't never. Now his brother just did it with Castano, and we think Castano forced that issue. So that is a possible point. Maybe, you know, Canelo's ring generalship is so cold that he has you laying on the ropes because you can't figure out nothing else to do. I don't know if you believe that or not, especially if you've been outboxing him for the majority of the fight, and now suddenly you can't go nowhere. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Like and subscribe to the channel, fellas. Put the comments in the comments section, click the bell icon, and look for our co-hosts, Mr. D. Clagan and Mr. Antonio Norman, to be showing up here shortly later on this week. We got a lot going on. This is fight week for Mario Barrios versus Keith Thurman. So everybody's going to be glued to that to see, you know, what actually happens with Keith Thurman moving forward. You know, perhaps Mario Barrios, who just got knocked out by the smaller guy, you know, can step up somehow and overcome Keith Thurman. Ring rust, yay! No, we don't think that's going to happen. But you guys like and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Twitter is RBK Nation. We try to keep the rhetoric, the fluff, the BS, the politics, the drama, the excuses. We try to keep all of that out of our broadcast. We just want to cut right to the heart of the situation. If y'all can appreciate that, then you're part of RBK Nation and you belong here. Now, tell us, who in 2022 that has not been made, who do you want to see fighting? Like your top two, your number one. Forget the top two. Your number one fight that you want to see go down this year. Biggest possible fight. Let us know in the comments section. I will tell you our biggest fight is Jamal Charlo and Canelo Alvarez. That's our biggest fight. They make that fight. They made our day. Okay. Yeah, we want to see Spence and Crawford, but we just look at all of that drama going on. Why is it so hard to get one guy in the ring? You know, we get aggravated over stuff like that. That's like, come on now, let's go. All right, that's all we got for you today, fellas. Like and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon, and you'll get our notifications. Leave your comments in the comments section. And this is RBK with Real Boxing Knowledge 2 in the building. We out. Peace.